Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Sarah. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do a mandala using Procreate. So for this tutorial I'll be using my iPad and an Apple Pencil. So mine's from 2018, so anything from 2018 onwards the iPad is compatible with a pencil. I use this to do colouring books for KDP, so it's a really good tutorial for that. Or if you want to create some colouring pages and sell them on Etsy or on your website, or as a freebie to give to people or for yourself. So I'm Sarah, and this channel I give tips and practical advice on how to start a purpose-led business, how to make an income online. If that's something that you sounds like you would be interested in, then please subscribe down below, like this video, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this tutorial. Let's crack on.
So on the iPad you just go over to Procreate. So just excuse some of these drawings, my children like to use it to draw. So you can open a new page here, so new canvas. You can choose which canvas size you want, but I've just got one here which is already done at A4 size. So you can actually use two fingers to zoom in and out of the canvas. So to set it up, I usually start a new layer. So you just go to there and you add a new layer, but there's already one there. The brush, I use a monotone, a monoline brush. The size I usually have the colour at black, and the size I usually have at around 10%. If I can just do that, turn the opacity all the way up. To set up the guides, the drawing guide, so that we can do the mandala, I'll come over to here where the little tool is in the left hand side, and then I click on drawing guide and edit drawing guide. So if you look at the bottom, it's showing a 2D grid, isometric, perspective or symmetry. So I'm going to click on symmetry, and then you can click on options here, and you can choose the different options: quadrant, which is 4, and the radial, which splits it into 8 sections. So you can draw in one section and it will copy it across to the other sections as well. So the guide colour, which is just at the top here, which you can choose what colour you want to have your guides. I tend to do them sort of a palish blue, so I can differentiate between the guides and the pen as I'm drawing, but I can still see them as as a bit of help along the way. So start a new layer. Now this layer here, I'm going to take off the drawing assist just to begin, because I'm going to draw some circles just to help us be able to keep the mandala in sort of a structure. So I'm going to do a small circle. Oh, hang on. I'm going to do a small circle in the middle. Now what you do, if you just hold your pen on, it will sort of join the circle up, and you just tap with your finger and it brings it into a perfect circle. So then we're going to go to the top, and a little arrow at the top, click it again, and you can actually, never does this one. You can actually, I don't know why it's doing that, but usually you can pick it up. It won't let me today. You can pick it up and center it, but I'm just going to leave it there. But you can usually pick it up and move it around. For some reason it won't let me do it. So I'm going to click off there. I'm going to go back to layers, the top right hand side, add another layer and do another circle. So these circles are just like a grid, like a guideline. So hold with a pencil, tap your finger on the iPad, and that one will move. You can move it around in the middle, just double check, and then tap off. And again I'm going to do just one more circle, tap with my finger and just move it into the middle. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. Oop. that's centered. So tap off there. Now with these 3 layers with the circles, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the layer and I'm going to merge down. So that is all on one layer. And then on that layer, click the little N, and I'm going to change the opacity right down so I can just see it as sort of a faint guide, but it's not going to interfere with, you know, with my drawing. But it's a really good help. So now I can see where the mandala is going to go, and I can keep it all sort of, you know, in alignment. So then I'm going to add, staying on layers, I'm going to add the plus sign, add a new layer. This time I'm going to click inside the layer with my pencil. Click inside the layer, and I'm going to go down to drawing assist. So that would then apply the guidelines that we put in earlier on the drawing, assisted drawing. So I'm going to zoom into the page using my 2 fingers, and I'm going to start in the middle. So you can start really however you want, but I'm going to sort of draw something like that. Now, when you're actually drawing, what you can do, if you hold the pencil, you can actually move it around. You can take it a step further by, you know, at the top here, you can see edit shape. You can click on that and you can actually edit the shape of, you know, the petals, etc. I'm just going to make sure it's all sort of straight and click off. So what I usually do first is I usually sort of do, you know, the sort of structure, the outside, and then I fill it in with the finer details. So I'm going to do another circle in the middle, and I am going to use the same technique we did before. I'm just going to draw the circle, hold it, tap on the iPad, and then I'm going to move it. Actually, I'm just going to do a small circle, move it into the middle, and then come off, and I'm going to merge that down. Merge down. So there's no rules with mandalas. There's no real, you know, there's no sort of it's just your imagination. You're just letting your imagination go. Remember, if you are doing it for a colouring book, not to do it, you know, look at the details, I try not to do too many fine details because it doesn't always transfer well to a colouring book. But obviously you want to make it detailed enough that it's enjoyable for the user to colour in. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do another layer, and again I'm going to make this layer assisted drawing. Remember not to merge the layers down into this guideline layer, which is layer 1 at the bottom. That one needs to stay as a separate layer, so at the end you can clear the layer, remove the guides, and you're left with, you know, the nice mandala. So I'm going to come off there. I'm going to leave that as it is. Actually, I won't. I'm just going to do some nice sort of petals going up. We'll finish that bit off in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw up to here, hold it, and then you can move it around. I'm just going to edit the shape a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same at the other side. Hold it, edit the shape, and just pull it round. So you can see it's starting to sort of take a shape. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone is unique. So this one I'm going to merge down, and then I'm going to do another layer. This time I'm going to leave the layer unassisted, and I'm just going to draw a circle behind. So I'm going to move that circle into the middle and come off, and then I'm going to draw another circle. Let me do it on a separate layer. this isn't a guideline circle. This is sort of part of the look I'm going for. So again, click on the arrow to move the circle in. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Uniform, I've gone off. Let me just go back. Let me just go back. I've clicked accidentally. I've clicked onto the bottom where it says uniform, freeform, and it gives you the option. I'm just going to move that centered. There we go. So I'm going to merge these two circles together, and then I'm going to use the eraser tool. And if you've got this, I'm going to put the drawing assist back on, because with the drawing assist, yeah, I've got the basic brush. With the drawing assist, that's too big. Make the rubber a little bit, the eraser a little bit smaller. It will actually erase it if you can see what it's doing. It's erasing all of the other petals. So it's not always exact. I think I've made the circle slightly skew-iff, but you know, we'll leave it. So, and then we're going to start building it out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another layer. I'm going to merge this one down, add another layer. Remember to add the drawing assist, and I'm going to do another petal here. So there's all sorts of different shapes you can do. If you're quite good at freehand drawing, you can do, you know, different shaped petals, different shaped, you know, all different types of shapes. I'm not particularly good at, I can do one side, but the other side doesn't always match up. It takes me a few goes. But like I say, some of you may be really good at doing sort of freehand stuff. But it really is just creative license. So I'm going to merge that one down. So again, if you make any mistakes, let me just show you. For example, if I put the drawing assist on this layer and I want to do, say, something here, and if you can see it's gone over the edge, make sure that you've, you know, got your size of your eraser, and you can actually just rub it out. So let's have a look. So I'm going to do something here, and you can see I've gone over the edge there, so I'm just going to erase that. So you can see it's starting to come together. I'll do it in the same layer. And then edit the shape a little bit so I can just move that. So you can see the basic sort of structure of the mandala is coming together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add another circle. I'm going to merge this down, add another layer. I'm going to leave the drawing assist off that particular layer, and where this circle is here, I'm going to add my own just for decoration, and then move it, make it sort of similar sized, move it into the middle, and then I'm going to do another one. Hold pencil. I know what I've done. I've tapped. I was wondering why that's gone off center, but I've seen what I've done. On this layer, I've accidentally tapped. This is something to be aware of. If you can see just on the bottom left hand side, I'll just rub it out. I tapped accidentally with my pencil, and it's it's changed the shape of that layer. So I'm just going to have to do this one by so I'm going to merge that down, and then this might not work. You know what, I'm going to clear that. We'll start again. So that's something just to be aware of. If you do sort of tap accidentally on the canvas, it can sort of mess you up. So just obviously to be aware. So I'm going to do another layer. Just around the outside. Perfect. Just change the size slightly. And then merge that down so it's all one layer, and then we're going to put the drawing assist on so that when it comes to getting rid of these lines, the reason you can see the line behind it is because it's the guideline that's already there, so you can see it here, look. So I can actually, you know, show you how it would be without that guide on. Right, so I'm going to leave it as that for now. I mean, you could carry on, you could do, you know, you could do some, let me just merge that down. You could do, you know, some bigger petals at the side there if you wanted to sort of complete that. But just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to work on this for now. So again, add a new layer, and then we're going to start to add just the small details. So for the small details, I like to start again at the center. I'm just going to do just some nice leaf shapes here. That looks quite nice. And you can see, you know, it doesn't look much when you do it sort of close in, but when you zoom out, it really starts to, you know, add nice sort of decoration to it. So for this petal here, you can merge that down. Remember to always, I don't always remember to do it, but to start a new layer with a drawing assist on, because if you make a mistake, you can delete or clear the layer by just going in, and you can click on clear, and that will clear everything without taking away everything that you've just done before it. So I am going to just do a little nice inside line. Just going to edit it slightly. And I'm just going to do a little, oh, that didn't go quite as planned. I'm just going to do a little sort of half circle shape there. So as you zoom out, you can see it starting to come together. Now what I really like with the circles that I've done here, oh, just make sure I haven't accidentally, some nice sort of scalloped edges look really add to it. So I'm just going to merge these layers together and start a new layer, drawing assist. So I'm just going to go really simply. And as you can see, it adds a nice little touch. And again on the inside, merge that one down. Drawing assist. On the inside of here, I'm just going to, again, just copy the line. Edit shape. Actually, before I merge it down, I'll just double check. Yeah. So let's merge that down. Add a new layer with the drawing assist. And now what you can do here is something like little sort of scallops at the top. So if you hold the pencil when you do sort of the shapes, it will straighten them out for you. I'll just do that one again because it's... There we go. Let me think what we can do in here. We could do... Edit shape. Actually, I won't do that. Ignore that. I will maybe do another petal on the inside here. And just merge that down. Again, I always forget to do a new layer, but it's really good to remember to do it so you don't mess the whole thing up. And again, you could do some little petals if you wanted to. Ooh. So see, as you sort of zoom out, you can really see all these small little additions really add to the overall effect. So again, with this circle, I'm going to do some more scallops just around the edge. So do a new layer, and really simple. I'm not going to spend too much time doing it. And as you can see with this one, it's done sort of the other quarters. So we just need to do this side. There we go. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Each one, you know, can be individual. So we'll merge that down and add a new layer, drawing assist. And then for the last one, I'm going to edge this one and this one. Now we could do you can just make it up. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to merge this one down, add a new layer, drawing assist. And, you know, you could do sort of some little fancy little bits there. And again, you would just copy that on this side. New layer, drawing assist. Remember what I've done. Let's merge that down. And there we go. So you can see that's how it starts to take shape. So you can make this bigger, you can make it, you know, you can expand on it, you could do the full page. I've seen, you know, a lot of people you know, cover the full page in these sort of, you know, symmetrical displays and shapes. And that's, you know, really, really good way to create a colouring book. What I do with this when I've finished is I would then, if you take the drawing guide off, obviously. So to do that, you can just click on it and you can click on clear, and then you can merge this one down. And then, you know, to have a look, see how it'd look without the drawing guide on. And there's your mandala. You could download that, import it straight into something like Adobe Illustrator or InDesign, or you could pull it up into Canva. You could, you know, export it as a PNG, which would be the best sort of, without losing any of the quality. JPEGs tend to compress and lose a little bit of quality. And you could upload that to Canva, InDesign, Illustrator, Affinity, if you have Affinity Designer or Publisher, and you can literally start, doing these and create your nice adult colouring book. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, drop me a comment below, let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and keep your notifications on so you can be informed of any other videos. And thank you ever so much for watching my video, and I will see you in another video. Bye bye.